Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री अद्वैत गदाधर हरे कृष्ण जय देवती
हरे कृष्ण हरे राम
Saturday.
हरे कृष्ण
Okay, so today is Saturday. It is 1st of August. It is Shravana Masa or Sridhara Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Vidya Tadi. So there are no Vaishnavins in the calendar today. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Sorry, today is Tadiya Tadi. So we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Brahma speaking to all the demigods. The demigods are uh, sitting around the Lord Brahma and hearing about. So Brahma is saying, once upon a time, the four Kumaras, they have gone to the Vaikuntha planet. सा एकदा भगवतो वैकुण्ठस्य अमलात्मनः ययुर्वैकुण्ठनिलयं सर्वलोकानमस्कृतम्. Once they go to the Vaikuntha Loka, there they see many of those residents. Vasantyatra Purushaha Sarve Vaikuntha Murtayaha Ye Animitta Nimitena Dharmena Aradayan Harim. Many of those people similar to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always engaging themselves in the devotional service. So where the Lord is increasing the happiness of all his devotees. Yatra chadhyapumanaste Bhagavan Shabdha Gocharaha. The Lord who is known to be known by the sound vibrations from the Vedic injunctions. Sattvam Vishtabhyavirijam Swanamnam Mrudayan Rushaha. He increases the happiness of all of his devotees. There are beautiful the forests called Naishresa, Yatra Naishresham Nama, Vanam Kam Dugaihi Drumaihi, Kam Dugaihi. Dugaihi is which is desert fulfilling trees. Drumaihi. Sarvatu Sribihi Vibrajat. In all seasons they have got fruits and flowers in all seasons. Sarvatu Sribihi Vibrajat. Kaivalyamiva Murtiman. All the trees and birds, beasts, and everything are personified. Kaivalyamiva Murtiman. Everything is in spirit in nature. And their residents, they have got their own aeroplanes. Of course, everything belongs to the Lord. But because those are devotees, pure devotees of the Lord, who are always engaging in the service of the Lord. So while going along with their concerts within those aeroplanes, they glorify the Lord. During that time, even the fragrant smells coming from the flowers, Madhavi flowers, which are the Karnika, from the Karnika of those flowers, the beautiful smell, which is the honey and intoxicated smell, the fragrance coming from those flowers. Whenever it touches the nostrils, those devotees even condemn those fragrant smells because they are glorifying the Lord. Okay, but everything, even the flowers also wanted to please the Lord. Everyone are trying to please the Lord. Vaimanikaha salalana charitani shashvat gayanti yatra samalakshapanani bhattuhu antarjali anuvikasat madhumadhavinam gandhena kandita diyopi alilam kshipantaha. Okay, in such a way, very beautifully Lord Brahma is glorifying. So today, further Brahma says that there are so many birds. So there are some beautiful pictures, which is like residents of the Vaikuntha planet. They're always engaging in glorifying the Lord. Dharmena Aradayan Harim. And some of the and they have got their airplanes here. and so many beautiful trees. And Yatra Naishtesham Nama Vanam Kamadugaihi Drumaihi. And this is Vaimanika, all of their aeroplanes. When they are going along with their concerts in those aeroplanes, they glorify the Lord, singing. Everyone are singing engagement. And today, further, Lord Brahma, he says that there are so many birds. There are so many birds in the Vaikuntha. So there are the pigeons and cuckoo birds, cranes, Chakravaka birds, Datyuta, Hamsa, the swans, and parrots, uh, uh, and parrots, peacocks. So many of those birds, and they're all chirping in those Vaikuntha environment, and it is so vibrant to hear, more beautiful. But still, when the bumblebees are singing Harikatha there in the Vaikuntha Lok, all birds become silent. All birds become silent. Okay, likewise, Brahma is glorifying. Like when the temples, sometimes all senior devotees are there, when someone is trying to speak small katha about the Lord, everyone are trying to hear very attentively. In such a way, Vaikuntha planet, all the birds, though beautiful birds singing very beautiful, making sound vibrations, but still, when the bumblebees are buzzing with Harikatha, everyone are silent. Okay, likewise, Brahma is further saying. Okay, so this is another. This is the theme of today's picture. So the bird here is bumblebee. There is so many of peacock, parrots, and then there is Anyabruta, and the cranes are there, swans are there. This is Anyabruta is singing cuckoo bird, Parvatani. Chakravaki. So all these beautiful birds. Here we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 15, verse number 18. पारवतान्यन्यभृतसारसचक्रवाका दात्यूतहं ससुकतित्तिरि बर्हिणां यः कोलाहलो विरमति अचिरमात्रमुच्चैः भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथामिव गायमाने. Paravatani. So all the pigeons, Paravata, Anyabruta, cuckoo birds, Sarasa, cranes, Chakravaka birds, and Datyota is a gallinule, and the Hamsa is a swan, Suka is parrot, Titri bird, partridge, and Barihinam are the peacock, Yaha, so which Kolahalo Viramati Achiramatra Muchaihi. Kolahalam. And the tumultuous sounds of those birds, Kolahalo Viramate, they stops. Why? Why they're stopping that chirping? Achiramatra Muchaihi. For a temporarily, Achiramatram, temporarily, Muchaihi. Muchaihi is that there is a different music of Muchaishrava. So that Ucheshrava, the hearing that beautiful sound, which is sung by Brangadipe Harikatamiva Gayamani. Brangadipe. So king of the bumblebees and those king of bumblebees, it is Harikatamiva Gayamani. It is singing the glories of the Lord. So beautiful. Brangadipe Harikatamiva Gayamani. पारवतान्यन्यभृतसारसचक्रवाक दाचूतहंससुखतित्तिरि बर्हिणां यः कोलाहलो विरमति अचिरमात्रमुच्चैः भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथामिव गायमानि. It's a translation. When the king of the bees hums in a high pitch, singing the glories of the Lord, there is a temporary lull in the noise of the pigeon, the cuckoo, the crane, the chakravaka, the swan, the parrot, the partridge, and the peacock. Such transcendental birds stop their own singing simply to hear the glories of the Lord. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can I request Jahnakanya Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna. The verse reveals the absolute nature of Vaikuntha. There is no difference between the birds there and the human residents. The situation in the spiritual sky is that everything is spiritual, and variegated spiritual variegatedness means that everything is inanimate. Everything is animate. There is nothing inanimate. Even the trees, the ground, the plants, the flowers, the birds, and the beasts are all on the level of Krishna consciousness. The special feature of Vaikuntha Loka, is that there is no question of sense gratification in the material world. Even an ass enjoys the sound vibration. But in the Vaikuntha, such nice birds are the peacock, the chakrabaka, and the cuckoo prefer to hear the vibration of the glories of the Lord from the bees. The principles of devotional service, beginning with hearing and chanting, are very prominent in the Vaikuntha world. Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. It's very beautiful to hear. So this is absolute nature of Vaikuntha Loka. So this Vaikuntha features we can also have within this material world when we are engaging in the devotional service, and the environment is so vibrant. Like if we go to the Bhaktivedanta Mana, outside there is a pond, and where so many birds are coming, and devotees are chanting in and around those areas while walking, and also some devotees in the temple, and doing. Some people are doing gardening work. Everything, everyone are engaging in somewhere or other service of the Lord. And every day some devotees will come and speak. Though there are so many or enough um, expert or the very senior most devotees, but still simply they hear when some people are coming and then speaking. Okay, so this is the absolute nature of Vaikuntha world. And so there is no difference between the birds there and the human residents. And the situation in the spiritual sky is that everything is spiritual and variegated. It is innate here. How do we think that spiritual? Because when by its activities, by the thoughts, by the words, mind, words, and activities. When we are speaking in the only on these three, mano, vachaha, kaya, gunaihi, swakarma bihi. Manovachah kaya gunaihi swakarmabihi, by the mind, words, and thought, and by their personal activities. Tame vayoyam bhajitatmuruttibihi manovachah kaya gunaihi swakarmabihi. By all of their activities, the focus is only for the pleasure of the Lord, only for the pleasure of Radha Gokulananda. Then everything is of a spiritual nature, nothing is material. Though people appears like some of the humans, some of them are birds, some of them are different, cows or bulls, but at trees, everything is of spiritual nature. Okay, so everything is spiritual and variegated. Spiritual variegatedness means that everything is animate. There is nothing inanimate that we perceive here as well. Even the trees, the ground, the plants, and the flowers, the birds and beasts are on the level of Krishna consciousness. Level of Krishna consciousness is one would say Vidyavani Sampanni Brahmani Havigastini. Shuni chaiva swapakecha panditaha samadarshinaha. A learned person see everything is in connecting to the Lord, and he sees the Lord in the heart of all the living entities. Panditaha samadarshinaha. That is consciousness, Krishna consciousness, seeing everything in linking to the Krishna, and Krishna is present in the heart of all living entities. The special feature of Vaikuntha is that there is no question of sense gratification. If there is sense gratification, means I wanted to lord it over nature. I have got different desires. Then he cannot stay within the temple for longer, more than few moments. He will come and then he will go because he has got a duty to work and he has got a home to, oblige. So many things are there. Immediately he will go back. So because of that tendency in the mind, still there are so many other desires, some sense gratificatory things. But in the material world, even an ass enjoys his sound vibration. But in the Vaikuntha Loka, such nice birds as peacock and chakravak and the cuckoo prefer to hear the vibration of the glories of the Lord from the bees. Bees always buzz, and it is so beautiful to hear when the season comes in the spring season. Okay, and these birds, Vaikuntha birds, are always cuckoo birds. It is so they make so beautiful noise, and peacocks. Okay, it is so much pleasing to the heart. But and in this world, everyone narakastopi deham vai hum napuman michati. Jiva, there, Lord Kapil Bhagavan describes that the living entity, even though in the very horrible condition, he tried to enjoy. Narakastopi dehim vai napuman michati. Narakyam niruto satyam devamaya vimohitaha. So, Jantarvai bhavai tasmin yam yam yonim anurajet. The living entity, wherever he goes, tasyam salabhate nirvitim na virajyate. He does not want to leave that body. Even though here donkey is singing very beautifully in its own way, but people may not like it, but it enjoys. Donkey enjoys its sound vibration. And even we may be other person may be thinking this living entity is in a horrible condition, and we need to show compassion to that one. But here, uh, Kapil Bhagavan says, even though in the hellish condition, narakastopi deham vai, even though going through so much of painful things and horrible, napumantyakti michati, he does not leave that body because he enjoys. Narakyam niruto satyam deva mayu vimohitaha, because it is called deva maya, external energy of the Lord. So he would stay there itself. Even though it is horrible condition, he does not want to leave. Okay, so like why, but that is the nature of material world. Unless one comes to Krishna consciousness, that there is a high level enjoyment, like here, experiencing every moment in connecting to the Lord until tavad bhayam drevad tavad bhayam द्रविणदेह सुहृन्निमित्तं शोकः परिभो विपुलस्य लोभः तावन्ममेति असद् अवग्रह आत्तिमूलं यावन्नतेङ्ग्रिम् अभयं प्रवणीतलोकः दैवेन ते हतधियो भवतः प्रसङ्गात् सर्व अशुभगोपशमनात् विमुखेन्द्रियाये कुर्वन्ति कामसुखलेशलभाय धीन लोभाविभूत मनसो अकुशला निशश्वत्. For temporary enjoyment, they will stuck up in this material world. That is called Kurvanti Kama Sukha Lesa Lavaya Adhina. Just for a small enjoyment, they are inclined and keeping their eternal life at the stake. So that is the greediness. But here, whenever that is until they come to the lotus feet of the Lord. Yavannatengrim abhyam pravunita lokaha. They will have to carry out those things until they come to the lotus feet. And once they come here, they will see the real Vaikuntha, how the beautiful people every moment relish the life. So the principle of devotional service, beginning with the hearing and chanting, are very prominent in the Vaikuntha world. Okay, so the birds, the theme of here, so many birds, and there are beautiful ponds with full of it is these ponds are like a mine of beautiful flowers. There, so Nila Raktotpala, Nila Utpala Rakta, and Ambhoja, beautiful flowers. And this is Kahlar Indivarakaram. Kahlar is one kind of flower. Indivara is one flower which blossoms in the evening time. Some flowers blossom in the night, some in the morning, okay, and some in the night. So Akaram is like a mine of all the flowers. They dissipate the fragrance from their lotus flowers and Pavanotsavam. It is so beautiful. It is described. Everything happen available in this Vaikuntha plant, and all the birds always peaceful, just like a it is Mahan Mana Iva Swacham, Mahan Mana Iva Swacham, Prasanna Salilasayam. Just like a heart of a pure devotee, it is always peaceful. Mahan Mana Iva Swacham. Likewise, all these lotus flowers and everything taking the shelter of a calm and peaceful the ponds, water ponds there. All the birds, they're all taking the shelter of. So in such a way, Vaikuntha environment is so beautiful, and every tree, every bird, every bee, a beast, all glorifying the Lord. Harikatamiva Gayamani, Brungadipe Harikatamiva Gayamani. Likewise, Lord Brahma, he is speaking to um, all the demigods surrounding to Brahma. Brahma is saying about the Vaikuntha planet. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall go and recite this shloka. पारवतान्यन्यप्रसारसचक्रवाक धातुतहंससुखतित्तिरि बर्हिणां यः कोलाहलो विरमति अचिरमात्रमुच्चैः भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथामिव गायमाने. Can I request devotees to recite this shloka line by line, please? पारवतान्यन्यभृतसारसचक्रवाका
Parvatanyamrita sarasa chakravata
धात्युतहंससुखतित्तिरिबर्हिणां यः
Datyaham sasukatiti yaha
कोलाहलो विरमति अचिरमात्रमुच्चैः
Dola halo viramati matram
भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथामिव गायमाने.
Bringadipe hari katham iba gayamane
Again. पारवतान्यन्यभृतसारसचक्रवाका
Paravatanya bhata sara
रसचक्रवाका
दाच्यूतहंससुखतित्तिरिबर्हिणां यः
दात्यूहहंसा
sukatiti
दात्यूहहंसस्कटितिरिवर्णां
harinamaha
यः
कोलाहलो विरमति अचिरमात्रमुच्चैः
Dola
कोलाहलो
halo
विरमते
viramati achira matram uchai
अचिरमात्रमुच्चैः
भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथामिव गायमाने.
भृङ्गादिपे
Bringadipe hari katha iva gayamani
गायमाने
Once more. पारवतान्यन्यभृतसारसचक्रवाका
Paravatanya brita
रसाचक्रवाका
Tasataka
दात्योत हंससुकरित्रिबर्हिणां यः
Datyuha bhinam yaha.
कोलाहलो विरमति अचिरमात्रमुच्चैः
Kolahalo viramati achimatram chairi.
भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथामिव गायमाने
Brangadipe
Brangadipe
harikatam
harikatam
ivagani.
Very beautiful. Can I request Jahnikanya Mataji to for the recitations?
Hare Krishna. Paravatanya bhata brita sarasa chakravaka paravatan ya brita sarasa chakravaka daiti yuha hamsa sukha titiri barhinam yaha dai datyoha hamsa sukha titiri barhinam yaha kolahalo viramate achira matramucheri bringadipi hari katam ivagayo. Sorry, sorry, I can't see it. Bringadipe hari katam eva gayamane. It's a couple of times. Oh, sorry. Later.
Thank you, Mataji. Gaurangi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Paravatanya datyuhamsa sukatitiribbahirnamayaha kolahalo viramati achiramatramuchai bringadipi katamiva gayamani. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji, please.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Paravatanya Britasa Sachakravaka Datyuha Hansa Sukatiti Bahinam Yaha Kolahalam Viramate Chiramatramuchai Brangadipi harikatami vagayamani. Sorry, Prabhu.
Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Paravatanya Brata Sarasa Chakravaka Datyuha Hamsa Shukatitiri Barhinamayaha Kolahalo Viramate Achiramatramuchai Brungadipe Harikatham Ivagayamane. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dana Pranam, Hare Krishna devotees. Parvatanya Sarasa Chakravaka Datyuha Hamsa Sukat Titiri Barhimanyam Ha Kolahalo Viramate Achiramatram Vichaihi Bringadipe Harikatam Iva Gayamane. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry.
Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna.
Paravadanya Pruda Charasa Chakravaha Datyuha Kamsa Juga Titri Barhinam Yaha कोलाहलो भ्रमते अचिरमात्रम् उच्चैः भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथाम् इव गायमाने.
Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
सारावतान्या भूतसारसचक्रवाक दान्त्युवान् संसुकतीति तेऽपि बहिनाय कोलाहलो वीरमति अचिर माच्मुच्चे बृदातिपेह विकथायैव गायमाने. कृष्ण.
Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Sita Sundari Mataji and Ramila Prabhuji, please.
कृष्ण दंडवत प्रणाम.
हरे कृष्णा धन्यवाद प्रणाम प्रभु जी. नमस्कार देवो. पारावते अन्यव्रतं सरस चकरभाके दत्याः हंसा सुख तितीरा ब्रह्मीहं यहं कालो हलो विरामते चिरामात्रम् उच्चैः भृङ्गादीपे हरिकथाम् इव गायाम्ने.
प्रभात प्रभातन प्रभातन भरत सरस चक्रवाका दायातहंस सुखतीतिरे ब्रीहिणां जाहा कोलाहला विरमते अचिरे मात्रम् उच्चयार भृङ्गादीपे हरिकथाम् इव गायमानम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Very beautiful, Mataji and Prabhuji. So nice. Thank you so much. Just Kanya Mataji, you want to go?
Yes, please. Paravatanya Britas Sadasa Chakravaka Detyoha Hamsa Sukati Tiri Barinam Yaha Kalahalo Vidalmate Achira Matramuchair Bringa Hari Katham Ivagayamane. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. So,
Prabhuji once again.
yes, Mataji, you go on, please.
पर्वतान्यभृतसरसा चक्रवाका धात्यूहहंससुखतिथिरिबर्हिमान्यः कोलाहलो वीरमति अचिरमात्रम् उच्चैः भृङ्गादिपे हरिकथम् इव गायमाने. हरे कृष्ण. Thank you.
Very nice. So beautiful. Paravataanyavృతసారసచక్రవాక దాచూతహంససుఖదిత్తిరి బర్హిణాం యః కోలాహలో విరమతి అచిరమాత్రముచ్చైః భృంగాదిపే హరికథామివ గాయమాని. Very beautiful. Hemlata Mataji, would you like to sing?
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I will try. पारावतान् अभृता सरसा चक्रावका दात्युह्य हंसा सुखातित्रि भरिणाम्यः कोलाहलो विरामते अचिरामात्रमुच्चर भृगुन्दाधिपे हरिकथम् एव गायमाने Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Would you like to read the translation as well, Mataji, please?
Okay, Hare Krishna. When the king of bees hums in a high pitch, singing the glories of the Lord, there is a temporary lull in the noise of the pigeon, cuckoo, and the crane, the chakravaka, swan, the parrot, the partridge, and the peacock. Such transcendental birds stop their own singing simply to hear the glories of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Okay, so sometimes these birds, they are singing in very another beautiful description from Bhagavatam. Hamsa paravatarataihi tatra tatra nikuditam kutriman manyamanaihi swan adurhya cha. And sometimes in the palaces there are ready-made birds are kept, small bird statues, something like that. Other birds thinking that, oh, our friends are here already there in this garden, in that pond, we also go there. And then they think that manyamana, and then swan adurhya, they will just fly and then come back, fly and then come back. It is so beautiful. And then this is Hamsa Paravatavratahi Tatra Tatra Nikujitam. Kritriman Manyamanihi. Kritriman. So the ready-made ones, they think that Manyamanihi, they're also our birds and friends. In such a way, they'll come and but they do not move. And then Swan Adruhya cha. And the flock of birds and then just fly and come back. And when we see in the sky, these sarsa birds, the cranes, they're flying in a different shapes. Sometimes they're just like in a triangle shape, very just airplane. They're going very beautifully with the flock of birds. In the evening times, we would see in the sky. It is so beautiful it appears. And this is a Matta Dvijagani just Matta Brahmara Vibramam. Matta Barhinat Autopam Ahoyan Matta Kokilam. Another beautiful description. This is about the Bindu Saravara where Kadam Prajapati was meditating. There are all kinds of auspicious trees. Punyadrumalata Jalaihi Kujit Punyam Rugadvijaihi Sarvattu Palapushpadham Vanaraji Shriyanvitam Matta Dvija Ganehi just Matta Brahmara Vibramam. And this again jhunkaras, the brahmaras, they make very beautiful jhunkaras. Matta Dvija Ganehi Justam, the again flock of bees. Matta Dvija Ganehi Justam, Matta Brahmara Vibramam, Matta Barihi Nat Atopam, the peacocks, they dance very beautifully. Matta Barihi Nata Atopam. Ahvayantam Atopam Ahvayan Matta Kokilam. Kokilam, the cuckoo bird, it is opening his mouth and then making very beautiful sound. This is very nicely explained in the Bhagavatam. It is so pleasing to the heart. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, what is a patris? What is a patris bird? Is that?
So partridge,
Which one here?
so how many? Around 10 birds are mentioned. So Paravata, this is Anyabhrita, this is Sarasa, and I think this is Chakaravaka birds. And the Dhat maybe this one is Dhat. This is Hamsa, this is Suka, and then Titri, partridge means Titri bird.
What is that?
The partridge, Prabhu, is the one underneath his feet there. Can you see on the left foot? The browny white is spot. This one, the big
This
one.
one.
Yeah,
This is-
yeah, that's the partridge.
Okay.
And people
That's
eat
right.
in this country. They eat them, which is sad. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Look at the peacock. Wow.
Mm.
very beautiful.
Amazing. So beautiful.
Here, what is
Do- But can I ask a question now, or is
Yes,
it
Mataji.
later?
Yes, Mataji.
Do the people in spiritual world, are they aware of the material world?
Yes, they're in the Vrindavan. Yes.
So how do they know about it? If they're born there, grew up, they don't know much, and they're in blissful life. Why would they want to know?
So, so when we are in the Vrindavan, when we go, there are so many beautiful peacocks. So they come into even to the residential areas, but no one harm them. They live in their own way. They do not have any anxiety in the Vrindavan. And in the fields, they will also find some kind of grains and eat it. When the people have taken their grains home, and what is left over, they will be eating. No one will disturb them. So that is the ideal nature of Vrindavana. But nowadays, I do not know how the people are there. But generally, no living entity feel any anxiety in the Vrindavan.
Mm.
And there is a blue cows. Those are also there.
So they never ever devolved and come back to the material world, no? Like demigods.
Demigods come to this material world when there are pious kings like Parikshit Maharaj performing, Yudhishthira Maharaj performing sacrifices. But they do not touch their feet to the ground, and mostly they are not visible for the if those times they were visible to the people until Parikshit Maharaj period. But nowadays people became so sinful, they are not visible to the ordinary people. But coming to here, because there are no such qualified brahmanas to chant those mantras, so we do not know whether demigods are. So sometimes we see in the Ekadasi Ratha, even the king was uh, arranging the sacrifice to be performed, brahmanas are chanting, but demigods are not coming. Um, so there are a few things. But here in this age of Kali, we don't see the demigods anymore. There are no qualified brahmanas.
But even the residents in the spiritual world, if they're aware of the material world and they default, they must have anxiety that they might return there.
Yes, if they know it, they will return. Uh, uh, but people in the spiritual world, they're engaged. So they know that living entity, they have got little some of sense gratification in their own way. They don't want to come to the material world. So there, Kapil Bhagavan describes, they wherever they take birth, tasyam salabhate nirvitim na virijyate. Wherever they take birth, yam yam yonim anuvrajit. Whatever the living entity they go, but nirvitim na virijyate. They don't want to leave those bodies. This is called forgetfulness. They want to lord it over material nature separately from Krishna because of that. If they remember Krishna, they will go back. That is all our Krishna consciousness movement is awakening that consciousness, that dawn which is dormant at the moment.
So do they remember they come from the material world? Because that will make them anxious that they might not want to go back. Well, nobody would want to after looking at this picture.
Yes. So just for example, we were in the childhood, for example, maybe in a different place, different village, different environment. Now we are in this country. For time being, when we are experiencing the high pleasure, we forget everything about the past.
Mm.
We don't remember at all. Though we have lived in the past, we don't remember at all. When those high pleasure is going forever, we don't get even thought of the material nature of past lives. That is higher.
Well, I do go back to it and thinking how I've changed and how wonderful it is to be able to, but I always remember that look how I've grown from what I've been, So it's on my mind most of the time, almost every day, I think. So yeah, it's good to acknowledge it and appreciate, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Yes. For appreciations, yes, we acknowledge and we do it as long as we remember. Sometimes we don't remember, so we just carry on with the latest. So we know everyone are using latest technologies. And if someone is asked about what about you have used Windows 90, Windows 95 operating, they don't even know about it. Technologies and operating the Symbian phones. Once upon a time, the Nokia, uh, I think some different numbers are there, 3310. So many decades back. No one knows about it now. They forgot.
Mm.
So just as we keep going on, the higher taste is always the latest.
Yeah.
We live in the present. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautiful reflection. Jai Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, Prabhuji. I have two questions. What Janukanya Mataji just asked. So my understanding was that in spiritual world there is no birth, old age, disease. So everyone there is just spiritual. They were not born. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the other question also I had was the demigods. So this was asked recently to me, and I wasn't sure. I sort of was very vague. So my understanding was that there are no demigods as such in spiritual world, but they are in the upper planets. Or am I completely wrong now?
Yes. Residents. Yes. But there are sometimes we go like for the visiting kind of thing. So, for example, when sun god is in danger, when Lord Shiva was chasing him, he went to the Vaikuntha Loka to see the Lord for the help. So he is a visitor. Durvasa Muni, he also went to Vaikuntha plant as a visitor. Bhrigu Mahamuni, he also went to Vaikuntha Loka as a visitor. So they also visit Vaikuntha Loka, but not the residents.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So I thought they were, yeah. So they are more in the upper planets rather than in the spiritual world.
Yes, yes, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine then. Thank you.
Meena Mataji.
Like I have a small question that so how they get the birth as peacock and all these sparrows and everything. So if they desire like that, they want to become peacock like once when they are in material world, like going to the spiritual. How is decided that this will become peacock and this human how was decided?
So it is like a talent within the everyone has got a separate talent. If they wanted to please the Lord by their singing or any different birds, uh, they will take that form and then give the pleasure to the Lord. It is a natural position. It is not that if they desire, they cannot change that form immediately from bird to human to bee to a tree. If that is what Lord wanted, they will immediately turn. Because Kaivalyam iva muttimat. Everyone is person full of knowledge, bliss, and happiness. Chit Sat Chit Anand. Everything is of Sat Chit Anand. They are in full knowledge and eternal and full happiness. They change their forms to give pleasure to the Lord.
They can change the form like anytime, whenever they decide, according to like that.
Yes,
Okay.
and also they respond as well. For example, when the bumblebees they come and take the honey, try to take the honey from the flowers, and the creepers, those flowers when they blossom, the plants will feel so much of happiness. It is describing so beautifully that the trees and they're all ahvayanti vibuddhasti bijan kamdugehi drumahi. These beautiful trees they stretch their branches so that inviting all the birds to come and sit on top of them, eat the fruits and relish. Then trees are also will relish. They're all cooperating each other, helping each other.
Hare Krishna, is this the aeroplane, the one?
Yes, Vaikuntha aeroplane. Vaimani.
Wow, it's amazing. But the ones they show you elsewhere is ordinary little aeroplane, rounded, but white.
That one is.
That's the traveling one. Is it to go there?
This is another version of Vaikuntha planet, and this is Vaimanikaha Salalana Charitani Shashwat Gayanti Yatra Samlakshapanani Bhattuhu. This is going along with their concerts in these aeroplanes, singing. These are Vaikuntha aeroplanes, and in different colors. It is describing like that. One is lapis lazuli, bluish color, and green is Marakata. This is Yat Sankulam Haripada Arti Mata Drushtaihi, Vairurya Marakata Hemamayihi, Vimanayihi. In different airplanes, so beautiful. Looking at these pictures,
Who would want to leave there?
yes, yes, Mother.
Oh, amazing. So beautiful. Oh my goodness. Singing in the airplane.
So
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. The airplane, is it protected? Just another in the material world, whatever we have seen, the plane should be airtight, protected, well protected. But,
Yes.
but this is according our concept. Is it protected, well protected, and there is because the air will when is a higher level of planet. So in that case, is there any interact with the air and their body?
So there is no interruption, and airplanes are also. Some people wanted to fly, but they wanted to carry, for example, in the childhood, our grandfathers wanted to keep the babies on top of their back, and he wanted to act like a horse. He wanted to act like an airplane. So likewise, airplanes are also conscious. They know they're not material. They're all spiritual in nature.
Mm.
So this is Vimana Shreni Bhushanam. Vimana Shreni Bhushanam. Very decorated. All these airplanes are conscious. They understand what our desire is. They also cooperate with other living entities. So this is also, it is not just a material, but it is also a living entity taking that shape and giving pleasure to all the other devotees.
Wow, wow, so amazing. So amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. I wouldn't mind becoming an airplane.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Haribol.
There are only females in the Vaikuntha planet. I don't see any male.
So here,
Oh, they are.
there are males as well. So there are along with their Vaimanikaha Salalana Charitani Shashwad. Again, in another picture, we would see there are other Vaikuntha people along with their concerts, glorifying the Lord.
And do they look alike, all of them, or different face and features?
There are also different. This is again Sarupya Samipya. Sarupya is the similar to the form of the Lord, and Samipya is nearer to the Lord, and some are of having in different forms according to what they desire. So if we see, look at here, some are having a different forms, but mostly Sarupya, uh, the four kinds of liberation: Salokya, Saristi, Sarupya, Samipya. Same planet as the Lord, that is Salokya. There, people may be with the different forms as well. And Saristi, same opulence as the Lord. One may have all opulences similar to the Lord. If he has got such kind of services to the Lord, then Saristi. Sarupya is the same form as the Lord, having the four hands, like here. All the four-handed people, just like who are serving to the Lord nearby, Nanda, Sunanda, like that. And then further, Samipya is those devotees. Swapashada Grihi Parisevit Vibhum. Swapashada Agrehi, the topmost devotees. And they are serving the Lord. They are also in the four-handed forms. So it is when there are so many living entities, birds and beasts, there may be we can expect living entities with people with the two hands as well in the Vaikuntha Loka. But here, Sarve Vaikuntha Murtayaha, most of the people, they're like a four-handed form. Of course, they can change their form if they wanted. Because Kaivalyameva Murtimat.
Yeah, Prabhu, but what's the use of four hands?
So Shanka Chakra Gada Padma. Shanka is like a giving pleasure. There it is mentioned like Savuchaka Sedavala Dharo Dharo Apivurakramasya Darshona Shodima Dadmaya Manaha Kadakanja Sampute Yatabjakande Kalaham Savutsvanaham Anattansu Sa Upavruddhya Vruddhan Jadapadan Sukan Dadmo Darvaram Tesham Vishadam Samayanniva. So it is like the conch shell. It is when the Lord blows, it is all auspicious. The sound, it will free oneself from all kinds of fearfulness. That is conch shell. A lotus flower, it is very pleasing to have in the hand, and as soon as we see the flower, heart will be automatically very soft. It will act in the very soft nature. Plus this chakra. Chakra is like the Sanchintaye Dasidaram Asahyatejaha. Asahyatejaha. It is very powerful. It will cut anyone's life. It act on the enemies. This is chakra. And the Gada is the it is always kaumodikam. It is mentioned in the later on with 28th chapter of third canto that it is always wet with the blood of the enemies. Kaumodikam Bhagavato Daitam Smareta Digdha Marati Bhata Sonita Kadhamena. One has to meditate on that mace, Kaumodikam, because that is also for the protection of the devotees. So no, there is no chance for the enemies to come into Vaikuntha or to disturb the devotees. That's why this four-handed form of the
Yeah.
Vishnu, they have got some, but Krishna, he has nothing to do with, nothing can harm. There is name karma palespraha, and there is no activity for him prescribed to do carry out. But Vishnu has got the activity for the maintenance of the universal affairs.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. But the thing is, those who are near to Lord and they have four hands, are they equally powerful like Lord then? They are around Lord all the time in Vaikuntha.
Yes,
They have same strength, like Lord.
yes. But they serve the Lord, their position as a servant.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare
Can
Krishna.
you just explain the significance of the dove? And it looks like Lord Vishnu connecting with the bird is carrying Lord Vishnu right at the top.
Garuda. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, it's on the highest tower building, right at the top there. Yeah.
This one.
What's the significance? What is it about, the story?
It's a beautiful picture, very beautiful palaces. That's all we can say. But
No, wait, the left-hand side, the white bird, and which
this
looks
one.
like a dove. Yeah, it's carrying, connecting to Lord Vishnu, isn't it?
Yeah, I think these birds are flying without any anxiety. That is what I would see here, Mataji.
Well, what's the figure reaching out to him? To the bird reaching out to the figure. Like, can you see a figure with a crown on it? Or is it my imagination? Yeah, that one.
This one is another bird as well.
Is it?
This is another bird.
Oh, well, it looks human form.
This is another bird. They're also watching the Lord here.
Oh, yeah, it must be the audience there. I've
Yes.
got my eye on the mango I want from that tree. Is that the one they have no seeds inside? Can you see the mangoes off the picture?
Those mangoes, very beautiful. Yes, with this Kamu Dugai Hidru, one tree give all kinds of fruits, mangoes, flowers, fruits,
Flowers,
everything. Everything. Yes. Blue flowers,
grapes,
red flowers,
yes.
yellow flowers, orange flowers.
Actually, sorry, Mataji. Actually, Chintamani, whenever they think anything, it is not their enjoyment. Everything, whatever they found, whatever they have, they like to serve. This is the nature. In the material world, normally what we are doing to enjoy myself, but in there they do oppositely. Whatever they have, whatever they can think, immediately they can find and everything. Even mango tree, they can find the grapes. So everything is there and complete. Here, one plant is coming one thing, but there, everything coming from the composite. Uh, and whatever they found, whatever they want to serve to Lord, nothing else, not for their own gratification.
But they have desires. That's really strange. I was
Yeah, desire.
surprised.
Yes, desire, but the desire is how to serve Lord, how to serve Him.
Mm.
That is not different because always they want to serve. It is there. For example, in the material world, mother always think how to serve my son. That is their desire, but desire how to serve.
Mm. Thank you.
Yeah. Prabhuji, I have another question. You mentioned some birds they, as a visitor, but this is it was mentioned the characteristics of the Vaikuntha planet who are going there, they will not come back. Why they are coming as visitor? And second thing, maybe I will forget to ask. Another thing, why is Vishnu has Shankar Chakra, Gada Chakra? In the Vaikuntha planet, he has no enemy. Why Chakra? Why Gada? Because this is for enemy. Please. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's a very beautiful questions. So, for example, Nanda and Sunanda, they are going and bringing devotees from the material world when they come to take Dhruv Maharaj. So they are appearing in the very beautiful form. Uh, but they did not have any enemies, there is no, but it is only assurance to the devotees to give pleasure. Swanam Dhya, Swanam Dhya. Um, Swanam Dhyavichitam Bahusaustavadhyam. According to devotees' expectations, Lord will take his form. There in the which look, I think it in the same chapter later on it will comes. Swanam Dhyavichitam Bahusaustavadhyam. There it is mentioned. He is very beautiful. Atropustumiticha Gusmitam Indriyaha Swanam Dhyavichitam Bahusaustavadhyam. And he is so beautiful and more beautiful, exceeding than goddess of fortune. And Swanam Dhya, as per the expectations of his devotees, his body is very strongly constructed. Swanam Dhya Verichidam Bahu Saustavadyam. Bahu Saustavadyam, beautiful and strong. For the devotees' sake. And giving pleasure to the devotees. And about the living entities going there and why whoever has got a desire to go there, even the four Kumaras, they are going to the Vaikuntha planet. Cherur Vihars Lokan Lokeshu Vigata Spruhaha. There is no desire for them to stay at one particular place. Mansa me Sutayushmat Purojaha Sanakadaya. Cherur Vihasa Lokan Lokeshu Vigata Spruhaha. There is no desire to go to the Vaikuntha Loka as well. So, and then when they're returning, Bhagavantam Parikramya Pranipatyanumanacha Pratijagbuhu Prabhutaha Sham Shamto Vaishnavim Shriam. And they have taken the prediction around the Lord, Bhagavantam Parikramya Pranipatyanumanacha. And then they have returned from Vaikuntha back to again wherever they belong to, roaming around the world to the Brahmaloka, to again to meditate wherever their desire is. But devotees who are desiring to serve the Lord, so they will stay back and they will practice that one in the material world. That is their desire. And here for Kumaras, they did not have desire to stay in the Vaikuntha Loka. Durvasa Muni did not have a desire to stay back in the Vaikuntha Loka. Bhrigu Mahamuni, he wanted to test the Lord, but he did not have desire to stay back in the Vaikuntha Loka. Even the sun god, he was also, when he was fearful about Lord Shiva, he also went to Vaikuntha Loka. But he does not have a desire to stay back because they have got some duties. Sun god has got duty in the material world. And similarly, the four Kumaras, they also wanted to perform this. Sayo Pradamam Deha Kaumaram Sargamashitaha Chachar Dushiram Brahma Brahmacharya Makanditam. They wanted to perform some Brahmacharya, something like that. But they did not have a desire to stay back. But here, the devotees, they have desires to go back. But Nechayanti Sevaya Purnaha, but without completing their devotional service, they do not want to go back there. First, they will complete their devotional service here and then go back for permanent resident, as a permanent resident. Even the sun god and many of those sages or four Kumaras, they have got, it appears that they have got duties. Sun god has got a duty to carry out. That is also service. And once that service is completed by end of Brahma's lifetime or end of Brahma's day, then they will go back to the Vaikuntha Loka. Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam Sada Pasyanti Surayaha Diviva Chakshuratam. They're always desiring when we would go back to Vaikuntha Loka. But at the moment, they have got some services here in this material, allocated services to carry out.
Do we have any individual in this material world that has been through that process? And and do we have evidence of it? I wonder.
The evidence of someone.
That somebody has been sent back or came back or desired to come back and did come back and and to perform the service that they did in the Vaikuntha.
As we see Jaya and Vijaya, so those are the prominent examples. Whenever the four Kumaras are cursing them, so there Jaya and Vijaya, they did not any counteract the curse, but they are happy wherever they are. They're happy, but they do not want to forget the Lord. That is the only their desire.
So that story that was in this material world, was it this planet?
Yes,
Okay, yeah,
Jaya and Vijay in the Vaikuntha planet, when four Kumaras went to Vaikuntha,
yeah.
when they have cursed, at the time, they're all Bhuyada Goni Bhagavadbihi Akari Dando, Yono Hareta Suraheranam Apyashesham, Mavon Tapakalaya Bhagavat Smritigno, Moho Bhavedihatano, Rajato Ado Adaha. O four Kumaras, please forgive us. So in such a way, they have fallen the feet of four Kumaras, and then whatever you have caused, it is appropriate. This is Yono Hareta Suraheranam Apyashesham. This is we have not acted rightly with you. So, and your curse may be appropriate, but only one thing, wherever we go, we do not want to forget our Lord. Mavona tapakalaya Bhagavat smritigno mohau bhaveti hatanau rajato ado adaha. Ado adaha means going downwards into material world, where these three uh, papiyastrayaha. Papi, this is goodness, passion, and ignorance, three material modes of nature. Kama, Krodha, Lobha. These three all putting oneself into this material world. And that is the curse they wanted to give. That is the but here they are asking the four Kumaras that is all right if you go to the material world, but only we wanted to remember in all times and circumstances. So here we see these are all called Nitya Siddhas. Nitya Siddhas. And of course here this Ravanasura, Kumbhakarna, Hiranyakshipu, Hiranyaksha, Shishupala, Dantavakra, they are always remembering the Lord, but in the Sambhramba, Sambrata, Samadhi, Anubaddha Yoga, in an angry, envious nature. That envious nature can happen only in the material world. But those demons in the Vaikuntha planet, but nature is absent. Demonic nature is absent. They cannot act in the demonic way. But some of the saintly persons who are all favorable to the Lord, they will come Nitya Siddhas or Nitya Muktas. So they come to the material world and they spread Krishna consciousness and give the message of the Lord to everyone.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Because you mentioned duties here, like for sun god, moon god, and other demigods. So I just wanted to ask, sun god and moon god, they illuminate material world, isn't it? All
Yes,
6 or 7 planets above Earth, but
yes,
not Vaikunt Lok or other lokas, isn't it? Up there,
yes,
and but why they can't illuminate the bottom one, the Sutal, Talatal, Patal Lok? That light doesn't go there, na?
yes, light does not go there. But uh, again, this is the planetary systems. Within the planetary systems, they are under the Earth. But sun and moon, the sun is traveling on top of the Manasotara mountains in a very high speed. And that light goes even to the Brahmaloka, upper planetary systems, and all the Bhumandala. But bottom planetary systems, they have got their very own jewels. Jewels like that on top of for example,
Snakes?
sorry, Mataji?
Snakes, they have their own money on
Yes,
their
they
head.
have got jewels on top of their head that will dissipate the darkness. Even Garbhot Mrunala Gaurayata Shesha Bhoga Paryanta Ekam Purusham Sayanam Panata Patratna Mudna Ratna Dubihi Hatadvanta Yuganta Toye. That jewels on top of this Ananta Shesha, it is dissipating the darkness. So likewise, they have got all the jewels. When Bhima was taken by, I think, some of the serpents, whenever Duryodhana and Dushasana threw Bhima into the water pond, some snakes came and then took Bhima into the Patala Loka there. And at the time, all of the Patala Loka also was illuminated by the jewels which are available with them.
They are more richer than upper planet then, isn't it, Prabhu?
And also Bali Chakravarti, so the Sutala planet, that is also more opulent than the Suraloka. Likewise, we see those descriptions. Lord says, and Vamanadeva is guarding, but that is beautiful. But it is in comparison to the size, it is a smaller size because every planetary system is 10 times bigger than the lower planetary systems. Atala, Vitala, Sutala. So Sutala Loka, it may be comparison like for a 1,000 times smaller than the Bhumandala, middle planetary systems. Because if we see that one, every the upper planet system is 10 times bigger than the lower one, then Sutala Loka is 1,000 times smaller than the Earth, but it is more opulent.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. This planet is very, very small. For example, here in this planet, for example, Trump is very, very well known for everyone. Trump or Putin or whoever, Modi, they are very famous. Only this universe and very small. Actually, whenever we can see this, for example, Asia, Europe, America is very small, really. Uh, because of this is the only forehead Brahma. So that's why this, because many other material planet, is it we have to come this planet, this material planet, or because sometimes some mention we have to come to this human form of life, then again after austerity, then we can go back to Godhead. But this planet is very small. Is there any other material planet we have to go? Because where is a 10-headed Brahma? Where is it 100-headed or 1,000-headed Brahma? Then this space is very big. So is this the same quality, same or different?
I don't know, Prabhuji. So far as per I am aware of it, I know from Bhagavatam only. I have not seen about the description of other planetary systems, which another universes where different-headed Brahma is there. So possibly because all planetary systems, they accept the ingredients from the Mahatattva in the 26th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. From the Mahatattva, all the universes, they accept the ingredients from the same Mahatattva. Again, three material modes of nature are prominent there. So that is what it is. Yattat trigunam avyaktam nityam sadatmakam pradhanam prakritim prahuhu avishesham visheshavat. So those three material nature, modes of material nature, when it enters into the Mahatattva. Okay, there is very beautiful descriptions in the 26th chapter there. पंचभिः ब्रह्म चतुर्भिः दशभिः तथा एतत् चतुर्विंशतिकं घनं प्राधानिकं विदुः महाभूतानि पञ्चैव भूरापग्निर्मरुन्नभः तन्मात्राणि च तावन्ति गन्धादीनि मतानि. This is before this universe, the four-headed Brahma's universe. This is how the universes are getting formed. So that means it is same principle for all other universes as well. And then later on, either whenever from the novel of Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, either four-headed Brahma would come, or eight-headed Brahma come, or 10-headed Brahma come. That depends. But it is the three material modes of nature, ingredients of the material planets. It is of the same nature.
Thank you. Thank you. Just another quick answer from Janugana Mataji, whatever she asked. Actually, in the material world, you can find, even for example, Mahaprabhu came in this material world. Actually, he's from Vaikuntha Gauradesh. He is from, he's a Supreme Lord actually. And he came also. This is one example also. We can see him, but we have seen, or not me. Uh, or at that time, many people they have seen, but they could not recognize him. Even pure devotee, for example, Srila Prabhupada, some others. Maybe we cannot recognize them. We are unable to recognize properly them. So that's why they are here, material world, but we don't know. We cannot recognize. That is our. Whenever we can, the nature, as for example, who was it? Radhanath Maharaj, and who has quitted his body with the leg, some disease. Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, yes, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, Cameroon was a black body. Yes, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. He always he has desire, although he is coming from Muslim family, but his desire was how to hear, to glorify to Lord Krishna. And we can see his last lecture. How nice, how amazing. So they are actually, we cannot imagine, and they like to always hear talking about the spiritual world. And in his last month, he mentioned to Radhanath Maharaj, don't give up me. So, and Radhanath Maharaj mentioned, I will stay with you until last breath. And he was mentioning one thing, to recite, to hear about Bhagavad Gita. So then we can recognize the qualities, the characteristics, actually who are they. But through our only narrow our material conception, we cannot recognize. So whenever we think deeply about their characteristics, their activities, then we may recognize. We can understand. Because whenever this Prabhupada or his disciple or even Six Goswami, actually they are not coming, they are not material body. Actually, although they are showing us material body, but what their activities, then we can recognize, we can understand. Sri Jiv Goswami, whatever Rupa Goswami, Rupa Sanatan, Vairagya, everything, Vairagya, renunciation, opulence, they have high opulence. They are coming from high family, high birth, high positions, even minister. At that time they are minister. Nowadays to become a minister, people have to eager, they have to pray, they have to do many things, many activities. But at that time they like to renounce and how to give up the position of minister. And even the king at that time, uh, he was looking him, because his kingdom cannot run without them. You can see, we can understand this is the example of renunciation, real renunciation. That's why we can, whenever we can go deep level, then we can see in the material world, we can see such kind of people, how they become everything they give up, everything. Although they have all opulence, all qualities, all, for example, many wealth, even not all opulence, all beauty, but they are very nice family, nice body, nice thing, but they give up everything. They are not proud of this thing.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhu, thank
Krishna
you.
Prabhu. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I have just quick question about the cow. Mataji, thank you, Prabhu. Very nice answer. And sorry, Mataji, I interrupted you.
No, carry
Yeah,
on.
it's about cow, cow Mata. Why she is, what sin she has done? She is slaughtered all over the world, even in Bharat Bhumi. Why? She's slaughtered east, west, north, everywhere, all the countries, and people eat cow. She must have, is it because of the curse she has done, or what is the problem? Why?
Prabhu will, yeah, okay, sorry.
Go on, Prabhuji.
No, your answer. Actually, I can give. You can also correct me. Actually, actually cow body is the end of animal life because everything they have end. For example, the peacock, end of life actually peacock body, bird life. When the reptile, I think everything that they have reptile, fish, or other, even shankha in the council is the end of life for the aquatic. For a bird body, animal body is a cow actually. And second thing, simultaneously, they are actually they have to come to human body. This is the one thing. And this is also another thing, nature of demon and devotee. Demon always how to cut. And second thing, they are cutting and they are enjoying. So this is the, we can see the what is going on. Then as a devotee, they will think, no, we will not come this planet. This is not a right plate for pleasure. And other people, they are cutting, it is their celebration, their festival, and they want to enjoy. And sometimes, in India, they or India or Pakistan or Bangladesh, they on the street, on the road, they want to do that and with the public place, and they are enjoying. How people are not on the slaughterhouse, even public place they are doing. So this is and the second thing, they have not actually cars. Actually, this is last because whatever my mentioned that they're the end of animal life. So, and second thing, they will go back when they are coming to the house of the nearby the Goshala. They are coming to the high level of birth. The devotee family, devotee, and those who are is a cards. Actually, they are some other end of life, but they will go to human body, but it will be wrong place. They will forget Krishna. Or although they are in a cow body, but this is a different category. Even different category of the body. Because some peacock, some flower, peacock body, some are in the zoo, but some in the devotees nearby temple. So there is a different category, different. And their cards, because the previous life, mangsha, they want, before they enjoyed the body, and now they are card. Because before they enjoyed, they were a human body. This karma. Yeah, Prabhuji can correct. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very beautiful answer. Thank you, Mataji. Anything else? We shall move to the next part.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, have you ever found out your past? Because I'm sure you've been sent to finish unfinished business, to help us, helpless people, to go back to Vaikuntha. Because we are so privileged. You've got every answer at your fingertips. When we ask you, you reel off all the Sanskrit, all the connection, all the meaning to any little question. So we are privileged to have you, and you are special, and we don't appreciate. So I'd like to go back to Vaikuntha. Well, if I was there, I'm not sure, but I'd like to go to that place, that beautiful place that the picture depicts. And as a group, would you go? Everybody like to go so we can um, build some beautiful pious credit to our bank balance, so we can all go, and maybe we will remember where we come from. It's so beautiful. All this discussion and the eagerness to find out is so important. And we sometimes come to class and we just attend just for attending, and if you ask us what we take away, sometimes we haven't got an answer. So I think you are so special You come to earth to make changes, to help us make changes, and to help us to go back. I don't know what other people think, but I believe so.
Yes. Hare Krishna, it's all Prabhupada's mercy, and we are just acting as instruments. So just we have to do our parts when we are in this world.
So you are our main instrument. Your best, our best tool, and we don't appreciate it. That's what my message is. Sorry.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. But yes, all things will come, everything.
But you must be in a position where you know where you come, what you were before.
Yes, whatever the position we might have in the previous life where we have stopped, but we wanted to continue from there.
Yeah.
That is, and then sometimes we may not without completing our business here, we don't want to go back to the Vaikuntha also. Nechayanti sevaya purnaha. Without completing the business here, without and na ichayanti, they don't like to go to Vaikuntha yet. So that is there is lots of business here, Krishna consciousness business to do.
Mm.
Yeah, but very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji, for those reflections. Jai Mataji, your hand raised, Mataji.
No, I didn't want to take too much time, so I then put my hand down. I'll ask another day, Prabhuji.
If it's a short question, Mataji.
It was just about demigods that we say they are not in spiritual world, but why is it that they are not in spiritual world? Because they're quite elevated. Is it because that they have their own desires and they are still interested in material things themselves? Is that the reason?
Yes, so they're also having in the Lord Brahma's prayers, there also it is described demigods in the ninth chapter in the Brahma's prayer. They say that what is that shloka? I think 11th, 12th shloka, 13th shloka. There it is said, Brahma says, Nati prasiditi tatopachitopacharaihi aradhita suraganaihi hridibaddhakamaihi yat sarva bhutadaya asad alabhyayeko nana janeshu hitah suhrud antaratma. So Brahma says in that prayers, Na ati prasidati tatopachitopacharaihi. And the Lord is not pleased, even though their Lord is worshipped by the demigods with all opulences. With all opulences, because they're all hridibaddhakamahi. Demigods have got desires. So here, would you like to read this translation, Mataji, please?
My lord, you are not very much satisfied by the worship of the demigods, who arrange for your worship very pompously with various paraphernalia, but who are full of material hankerings. You are situated in everyone's heart as the super soul, just to show your causeless mercy, and you are the eternal well-wisher, and you are unavailable for the non-devotee. Hare Krishna, yes, thank you.
It's very huge purport, maybe at least one paragraph, maybe, Mataji.
Yes, I'll just move some there. The demigods in the celestial heavenly planets, who are appointed administrators of the material affairs, are also devotees of the Lord, but at the same time, they have desires for material opulence and sense gratification. The Lord is so kind that He awards them all sorts of material happiness, more than they can desire, but He is not satisfied with them because they are not pure devotees. The Lord does not want any one of His innumerable sons, the living entities, to remain in the material world of threefold miseries, to perpetually suffer the material pangs of birth, death, old age, and disease. The demigods in the heavenly planets and many devotees on this planet also want to remain in the material world as devotees of the Lord and take advantage of material happiness. they do so at a risk of falling down to the lower status of existence, and this makes the Lord dissatisfied with them. Hare Krishna, thank you, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. But Lord Shiva and Lord Ganesh, they are sort of slightly in a different position, aren't they?
So Lord Shiva, it is again non-different from the Lord. He is also Atma Rama. Lord Shiva is also Atma Rama. And he's just Krishna, but it is for the sake of Tata Samapaiti Karya. Just for the sake of material maintenance, he is in that form. He is also Krishna only. His position is entirely different from other demigods. And coming to Lord Ganesha, so he also receives the benedictions from the Lord. In the Brahma Samhita, it is mentioned that Lord Brahma, I think it is 550, where Lord Ganesha having the footprints of the Supreme Lord on top of his tumult in his head. Because of that, he receives Vigna Vinashaka. That's why he is called Vigna Vinashaka. So, Yatpada Padma Vinidaya. What is? कुम्भध्वन्दे प्रणामसमये सकनादिराजः विघ्नान् विहन्तमालम् अस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. So Ganesha has got on his head the footprints. Yet Pada Padma Padapallava Yukam Vinidhaya Kumbha. I think his footprints are on top of the Ganesh head. So that's why. So he has got a duty as well. He has got a duty as well.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
That's why when we do Nasimharti, Vignavinashakari Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, means though here Lord Ganesha also have got that feature inherited by the blessings of the Lord. Vignana Vihantam Alam Asya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter quickly. Okay, today letter to Hridayananda, July 5th, 1971, Los Angeles. Okay, so can I request any devotees to read this letter, please? And Lata Mataji, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhu. My dear Hridayananda, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you very much for your letter, 2nd July 1971, and I have noted the contents carefully. You will be glad to know that I have consented to initiate your good wife, Elaine, as well as Bill, Bart, and have given them spiritual names Ananga Manjari Devi and Radha Ballav Das, respectively. Their beads and letters are enclosed herewith. So far as Radha Ballav getting himself married, you must first discuss with him that this marriage business is not a farce, but it must be taken very seriously. There is no question of divorce, and if he will promise not to separate from wife, then with my sanction for the marriage. I sanction for the marriage. The otherwise, no. Recently, too many couples have been drifting into Maya's waters and is very discouraging. So, if he will agree these points, then you can perform the marriage ceremony with my blessings. Regarding lecturing at University of Florida, if they will pay plain fare for 2 men and back in addition to the sum they have agreed to give, then it will be my pleasure to go there. I require one assistant with me so far as 2 men round trip must be there. Then I can go. By the middle of this month, I'm going to New York, so you can make plans accordingly. Yes, I am very pleased that you are inclined to read and study our books with such seriousness. Thank you very much. And and your conclusion is very nice. So continue it wholeheartedly, and we want good preachers also. Preaching shouldn't depend on me only. My disciples should become all good preachers, and that depends on studying the books nicely so that you can arrive at the right conclusion. From your letter, I can tell you that you are doing very nicely in this regard, and Krishna will help you in your endeavor. I have received also $30 for beads and dakshina. Thank you very much. Hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. In the beginning of the letter, Prabhupada is sending his blessings, and he is informing that he is happy to initiate Hridayanand Prabhu's wife, and he has given them name as well, and the other Prabhu, uh, and their names he is sending them, and their beads, and yeah, their beads are also from Prabhupada is sending them. Regarding the marriage one, it seems that they wanted to marry, or Prabhu wanted to marry someone. So Prabhupada is strictly telling them that if this marriage is not a joke, they have to um, abide by it, and no thinking of separating with each other if there is any feeling, because there must be many examples of separations. Prabhupada must have noticed those days. So that's why he is strictly telling them that they have to, it has to be a proper bond, and needs to be, I mean, there won't be any separation in the future life, no divorce. So regarding another trip to Florida, Prabhupada is asking them that they should afford two tickets for him and one more devotee person. He need to go, and uh, and that time Prabhupada was flying to New York to make some decisions, I think. And yeah, he is encouraging Hridayanand Prabhu, um, and appreciating him that he is reading all the books, and same time he is telling that that we should have good preacher. They should not depend on Prabhupada only for preaching purpose, and that will happen only when everyone is reading Prabhupada's books, and then they will have good conclusions, not the self-made conclusion. And he mm, is telling them that this is he's acknowledging actually dakshina which they have sent for Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully read and summarized. One point here is marriage couple should never ever be divorced. That is Prabhupada and also all Shastras that says the same thing. Because it is not arrangement by just only husband and wife or choose their own. But actually, everyone given this husband and wife combination, it is pre-decided. One should not reject any of those things, because so that gradually his desires will be fulfilled and he will also get detached from the material world gradually. Otherwise, if he is running behind so many other things, then again entanglement. There is no end for it. Okay, that is one thing, and every discussions must conclude with right, and again with the Shastra and ultimate aim of the life, human life. Right conclusion, engaging oneself in the devotional service, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 16 rounds at least minimum, and as long as possible, follow rules and regulations, associate with like-minded and pure devotees of the Lord. Okay, and maintain the purity. And this is the right conclusions, and we have all good quality, develop all good qualities, and then absorb in Krishna consciousness. Do not worry about the material. Everything is under control only. One may think that why there are so many problems, but everything is under control because the Lord is maintaining. Lord knows what is. So Vishnu, he knows he is maintaining everything, but it is only our tiny brains. We do not know that why there are so many problems. Everyone are going through their own journey, but soul, it not going through the soul is eternal. It is not going to die. It is part and parcel of the Lord. But they're because of their desires and karma, they're experiencing those things. But Vishnu is maintaining. He is tam jiva karma padavim anuvartamana. So once we conclude that one, everything under control of the Lord, everyone are going through their own journey, then one will be always free. This is called Shuddhaha, Samudrushaha, Shantaha, Sarvabhutanaranjanaha. One does not have to worry about, even though we think sometimes we are doing something good or sometimes not good. But that is also again under the control of the Lord. So everything is perfectly controlled. We do not have to worry about anything. We simply engage in the devotional service to the Lord. So, Sarvarhanam Achyuteja, when we are worshipping in the Krishna, so then we automatically indirectly worship all the demigods. Yata taror mola nishechanena tatskanda bhuj. This is again just like a watering the root of that tree. So in such a way, just worshipping in the Krishna, devotional service to the Lord, then everything will come. That is the right conclusion. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. We shall move quickly to Srimad Bhagavad Gita as well to cover. So in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, he is lamenting, he is crying, and then how can I fight? Nayos iti Govinda. I don't want to fight, oh Govinda. So likewise, Arjuna has submitted and keep quiet himself. Likewise, Sanjay says to Dhritarashtra, Eva muktva Hrushikesham Gudakeshah Parantapah. Nayosya iti Govindham Vuktva Tushnim Bhabuvaha. He became silent and he is crying. So Sanjay says to Dhritarashtra, now it is time for the Supreme Lord, Hrushikesha. And then what Lord will do? Because he is the pleasure, he gives pleasure to the senses, Govindam. Then how, when we have a small problem, if we go to the king and king has all opulences, and if I say, can you give me a little bit of bread, means he will laugh because that is his problem is very tiny in front of the big king. So here Govinda, he supreme personality. Now hearing the Arjuna's plea and his concerns, Lord, and he surrendered as a disciple now. Krishna is in the position of spiritual master. So spiritual master can chastise the disciple in different ways to enlighten him with the knowledge. So at that time, Krishna here, Sanjay says that after hearing the Arjuna's words, Krishna is smiling with a gentle, beautiful smile in between those two armies of Pandavas and Duryodhana army. And Krishna is speaking to Arjuna in such a way. Okay, we are in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, verse number 10. Tam uvacha Hrishikeshaha प्रहसन् इव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तम् इदं वचः तं उवाच हृषीकेशः. And unto Arjuna, it is said by Hrushikesha, the master of the senses, Krishna. Tam uvacha Hrushikeshaha. How he is saying? Prahasan iva, smiling like that. Just gentle smile. Prahasan iva Bharata. O Bharata, O Dhritarashtra, O descendant of Bharata. Senayor Ubhayor Madhye, between the two armies. Senayor Ubhayor Madhye, Pandavas army, Duryodhana army. Vishidantam idam vachaha. And Vishidantam, on to the lamenting one. Arjuna is the one who is lamenting. Vishidantam idam vacha. Lord is speaking those words. तम्बुवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रहसन् इव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषिदन्तम् idam vacha. Lord is speaking between the two armies only. He is not taking Arjuna to a secluded place and giving instructions. It is still in the Kurukshetra battle. Senayorubhayormadhye. Okay, so translation, O descendant of Bharata. At that time, Krishna, smiling in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can I request any devotees to read the purport, please?
Okay, shall I do, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Sorry, Prabhuji, wait. Okay, good. The talk was going on between intimate friends, namely the Rishikesha and the Gudakesha, as friends, both of them were on the same level, but one of them voluntarily became a student to the other. Krishna was smiling because a friend had chosen to become a disciple. As Lord of all, he is always in the superior position as the master of everyone, and yet the Lord agrees to be a friend, a son or lover for a devotee who wants him in such a role. But when he was accepted as the master, he at once assumed the role and talked with the disciple like the master with gravity. As it is required, it appears that the talk between the master and the disciple was openly exchanged in the presence of both armies so that all were benefited. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person or society or community, but they're all for all, and friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Say Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So the talk was going on between intimate friends, namely Krushikesha and Gudakesha. So this is very essential to know how one should be associated with each other. Sometimes devotees come together and they have, but what we expect from the opposite, that also based on our behavior. I wanted to associate with the devotees in just for the bhajans and doing like that, or if I am expecting transcendental knowledge to be understood, and I wanted to have a friendly relationship. So this is according to one's desire, how they reciprocate. So far, as long as there is a friendly nature and there is no gravity, but as soon as one surrendered himself as a disciple, then the spiritual master would act in a gravity. So because whenever he is accepting the spiritual master position, he needs to enlighten the disciple with all the knowledge required. So here, so far, friendly conversation was going on, and Krishna was mentioning, Kled Bhimma Kutasva Kashmalam idam, Vishme Samupastitam, Anarejustam, Aswagyam Akirtikaram. Then he says, Klebhyasma Gamaha Pada, Naitatvai Upapadhyate, Shudram Hrodi Daurbhalyam, Chatva Uttista Parantapa. Without any philosophy, Krishna saying, Arjuna, just it is not, don't act like impotent. It does not befitting you. Just wake up and fight. So this is generally friends talk each other. But when Arjuna has surrendered himself as a disciple, Krishna has to act. But Krishna is always in the superior position as the master of everyone. And yet Lord agrees to be a friend. He is the friend of, this is when in the womb of mother, baby prays, Tasyopasannamavitum jagadichayata nana tanurbhuvi, nana tanurbhuvi. He says that wherever I go, my dear Lord, you always accompany me. You always accompany me. I am surrendering myself. I am praying to you for the protection. नानातनुद्विचलचरणारविन्दं सोऽहं व्रजामि शरणं ह्यकुतो भयं मे येने दृश्यतरसि Satodurupa. So likewise, baby prays. Wherever I go, you always accompany me. So here, but at the end of baby's prayer, Tasmadaham Vikita Viklava Uddharishya Atmanumasah Tamsah Suhrudatmanaiva Bhuyo Yata Vesanam Yetad Anekarandram Mami Bhavashiti Upasadita Vishnupadaha. So therefore, after praying all of saying so many problems, his problems in the womb, what he is going to do and how he has come into existence like that. And at the end, at the end of his prayers, he resolved that once he comes out, by taking the help of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as a Suhridam Sarvabhutanam, as a Suhridam, and then he will take the lotus feet of the Lord as a shelter, ultimate shelter. तस्मादहं विकितविक्लव उद्धरिष्य आत्मानुमासु तमसः सुहृद आत्मनैव भूयो यथा व्यसनं एतद् अनेकरन्द्र मामे भविष्यति उपसादित विष्णुपादः. I do not want to take birth in another womb of another mother, and I want to take the lotus feet of Vishnu, so that I will cut the knot of this birth, old age, disease, and death. That is the spiritual master. Here, that is the well-wisher. And Lord agrees to be a friend, a son, or a lover for a devotee who wants him in such a role. It is very beautiful. Eshamaham Atma Priya Saka Suhrud Saka Eshamaham Priya Atma Sutaha Saka Guruhu Suhrudo Dhaiva Mishtam Suhrudo Dhaiva Mishtam Guruhu, even the spiritual master. If one wanted Krishna to be his guru, he will act in that manner. But when he was accepted as the master, he at once assumed the role and talked with the disciple like the master with gravity, as it is required. If there is a friendly nature, means both friends cannot be and discuss the transcendental knowledge in the same, because when one person is spiritual master, Krishna as a Jagad Krishnam Vande Jagad Guru, means he has to enlighten the opposite person. By friendly nature, there may be arguments and something like in a friendly nature. It may not conclude with particular right conclusions. So it appears the talks between the master and the disciple was openly exchanged in the presence of both armies, so that all were benefited. And that's why tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekchintite jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. And spiritual master will speak all the transcendental to the disciple and incline it to for followers anurathanam shishyanam putranam chidvijottama anaprushtamipi bruyuhu guruvo dhenavachalaha. The gurus are always dhenavachalaha, inclined to the disciples, and anurathanam for the followers, shishyanam disciples, putranam the children. So they're always Dijottama, Anaprushtamipi, Anaprustam, which is like confidential knowledge, which is not spoken outside in the public. That kind of knowledge is spoken to the followers, the disciples, and the children, because they're Dhenavachalaha. So this is master and disciple. And further, so the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person or society or community, but they are for all. And friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. At the end of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, whoever is hearing this Bhagavad Gita, so they are worshipping me by their intelligence. They are worshipping me by their intelligence. Okay, likewise, what is that one? They said, Adhyashite cha ya imam dharmyam sambhada mavayoho jnana yajnena tenaham ishtahasyam iti me matihi. And the 1870, that there, whoever hears this very carefully about these conversations, he is by the sacrifice of knowledge. This is jnana yajna. Jnana yajnena tenaham ishtahasyam iti me mati. So he is worshipping the Lord with the knowledge. In such a way, Lord says that iti me mati, it is my opinion. Krishna says. So it is for everyone, not only for it is for person, society, community, therefore everyone, friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. And once hearing all this knowledge, one can deliberate properly what is right for them to act. Okay, so that is what Krishna describes in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so now he's starting to speak to Arjuna with a gentle smile. स्तमुवाच कृषिकेशः प्रहसन् इव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषिदन्तम् idam vachaha. Okay, so that is from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we shall recite this shlokas as well from Bhagavad Gita. So I think from the 4th shloka to 10th shloka, can I request all devotees take a turn to recite? Just only the shlokas only. If any devotees wanted to go in a hurry mode, please take a time first. Otherwise, I assign. Okay, so the sequence Jahnukanya Mataji, Hemlata Mataji, Jai Mataji, Ramlala Prabhuji, Asha Mataji, and Gauringi Mataji. In that sequence, please.
We start. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji, please.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna Vacha Katham Bhishmam Aham Sakyai Dronam Cha Madhusudana Aisubhi Pratiyutyami Pujarhavati Pujaravari Sudana Gurun Ahatva Yama. Sorry, my glasses. Gurun Ahatva Himaham Anubhavam Shriyo Bhuktum Bhaksyam Gurun Ahatva Imahanubhavan Shreyo Bhukshum Bhaksyam Abhyaloke Hadvarta Kamamstu Guruni Haiva Bhunjiva Bhogan Rudhira Pradighan Nuchai Vidmaha Katarannugaryahoyo Yadva Jayamayadi Bano Jayebuhu Yaneva Hatva Najiji Vishamsmas Teyavastitaha Pramuke Dhartarastraha Karpanya Dosha Pahata Swabhavaha Prachami Tvam Dharma Samudachetaha Yacheyahasyan Nichitam Bhuhitan Me Shishyaste aham sadimam tvam papanam nahi prapasyami mama panudyad yacho kamucha ucha samam indriyayanam avapi bhuma vasapantnam ridham rajam suranam apichadipatyam. Sanjaya Vacha Eva Muktva Hisikesham Gudakesha Param Tapaha Nayatsya iti Govindam Uktva Tusnin Bhavavaha Tamiva Tamiva Chahisikesha Prahasham Prahashan eva varata Senayorabayor madhye Vishidantam idam bashaha.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hemlata Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Arjuna Vacha Katham Bhishmam Maham Sankhe Dronam Cha Madhusudanam Ishubhihi Pratiyotsyami Pujarhava Varisudana Gurun Hatva Hi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhuktam Bhaksham Api Loke Hatvarthakamastu Guruneva Bhunjiya Bhogan Rude Pratikthana Nached न च तद्विधिमः कतारन्नुगर्यो यदा जेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामास्ते अवशिष्टः प्रमुखे धातृराष्ट्रः कार्पण्यदोषोऽपत आहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेतः यच्च श्रेयस्यानिश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम् न हि प्रपश्यामि ममापानुद्यात यच्छोकम् उच्छोषणम् इन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूभावास्पन्नमृदम् राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम् संजय उवाच एवं उक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तपः नायोतस्य इति गोविन्द उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः तमुवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रसहन्निस्वभारत सेनायोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषिदन्तम् इदं वचः हरे कृष्ण
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, next devotee, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
Sorry. Yeah. Because I'm singing this as a song, so it will be a bit different. Sorry. It's just then only I can remember a little bit. So, Arjuna Vacha कथं भीष्मम् अहं साङ्ख्ये द्रोणां च मधुसूदना इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हावरिसूदना गुरुर्न हत्वा हि महानुभावान् श्रेयो भोक्तुं भैक्ष्यमपीह लोके हत्वाथ कामांस्तु गुरुनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिग्धान् न नैचैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयो यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामस्ते अवस्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रा कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभाव पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म समूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निशितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम् न हि प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्याद् यच्छोकमुच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूमाव असपतनं रुद्धं राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम् सञ्जय उवाच एवम् उक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तप न योत्स्य इति गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः तमुवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रहसन् इव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तम् इदं वचः. That's where we stop, isn't it, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you,
Yes.
Mataji. So beautifully, very nice. Okay, next devotee, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Jai Prabhuji. Okay. Arjuna Vacha Katham Bhismamaham Sankhe Dronam Cha Madhusudana Isubhihi Pratiyotsyami Pujarhavari Sudana. Guru Nahato hi Mahanubavan Sriyo Bhoktam Vaichyama Pihaloke Atvartha Kamastu Guru Nihaiva Bhujya Bhogan Rudira Pradigdhan न चैतद्विद्मा कतरन्नो गरीयो यद्दा जयेम यदि वा नु जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषां श्वेतावस्थितः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रः कर्पाण्यदोषोपहता स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वं धर्मसम्मूढचेतः यस्येयः सन्निशितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यास्तेऽहं शरीमं त्वं प्रपन्नम् नहि प्रपशास्मि मम पानुदाद यच्छोकमुच्छोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूभावसपत्नमृदं राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम् सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गूढकेशः परन्तपः न योत्स्य इति गोविन्द मुक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः तमुवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनायोरुभयोर्मध्ये विसदन्तमिदं वचः Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry for the noise, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice presentation. Thank you so much. Okay, shall move next, Ramlala Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
And also Sita Sundari Mataji after him.
Hare Krishna. I heard a very nice melodious, different all devotees, but sorry, maybe I have no melody, nothing else. Please accept my apologies. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjun. Arjuna Uvacha Katham Bhishmamaham Shankha Dronam cha Madhusudana Ishabi Pratijata Shami Pujarar Barim Sudana Guru Hattahi Mahanubhavan Shreya Bhaktam Bhaksham Tiyaloka Loke. Sorry, I can start again. Sorry. Guru Hantahi Manubhavan Shreya Bhaktam Bhaksham Tihaloke Hattarto Kamangsto Guru Nihaiva Bundi Abhogan Rodir Pradita Chachaidad Vignam Vig Nachaidad Vigmaha Korona Kotorana Goriya Jad Bajayem Jodibano Jayesu Jane Bahantana Jizi Basha Mas Tiha Mastitaha Pramuka Dhartarashtra Karpanna Dosaha Karpanna Dosaha Pohatar Shabhavaha Krichamitam Dharmasau Sammukrochetaha Jashreya Sannisitam Ruhitan me Shishastem Sadi Mam Tam Prapannam Nohi Pranshami Mamanupadan Jatre Kamotsosanam Mindriyanam Abop Abapa Bhud Bhupan Vasha Padmamridham Rajam Suranamapi Chadhipattam Sanjaya Vacha Eva Mukta Rishikesham Gurakesha Parantamo Najocha Shahiti Govinda Mukta Trishibhu Babuvaha Tamuvacha Rishikesha Prahasani Bharata Senayo Rudava Payamodhe Vishidantamidam Vacha Sri Bhagavan Vacha Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice.
Sorry, because of my shortness of breathing. Sorry.
Mataji, please.
Mataji is nearby in the Lord. Yes. Yeah. Is there anyone or?
Asha Mataji. After Asha Mataji, Sita Sundari Mataji.
Okay, she'll come.
Okay, Asha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I'll try. Arjuna Vacha Kadam Bhishmam Aham Sangye Tronam Cha Madhusudana Ishibihi Pradiyoshwami Pujarha Varishudana Gurunahatpahi Mahanubavan Shreyaputum Pashyamabhihalohe Hatvatagamastu Gurunihaiva Punjiyapohanudira Pratistan न चैदद्विद्महः गदरन्नो हरियो यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जीविष्यामस्ते अवस्थिताः प्रमुहे धृतराष्ट्राः कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढसेताः यच्छ्रेयः स्यान् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्ते अहं शादि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम् न हि प्रपश्यामि ममानुपाद्यात् यच्चोहमुच्चोषणमिन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूमामशपत्नमृतं राज्यं शुरानामभिषाधिपत्यम् सञ्जय उवाच एवं मुक्त्वा कृकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तपः न योत्स्य इति गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः तमुवाच कृषिकेशः प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तम् इदं वशः
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So beautiful interpretations.
Sorry, bro.
It's Sita
Hare Krishna,
Sundari.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Krishna, can you just say something just in reply to Ram Lala Prabhuji's every devotee here has sung so beautifully today. And, some words are really tricky and it's so hard. And Prabhuji, your Gita inside out and your verses inside out. And for me, I can't remember. That's the reason why I sing, try and find different ways. But I just wanted to say each and everyone today has sung so beautifully. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, very beautiful. Kisita Sundari Mataji, please, Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. The same, but okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna Uvacha. Katham Bhishma Maham Shakya. Drona Changcha Madhusudana. Isho Viha Pratijyotsami Tijyotsami Pujar Habor Rishudana Gurum Ahat Vahi Maha Gurun Hatmahi Mahanubhavan Sreyo Bhuktam Bhuksham Pihaloke Hatartha Kamangstu Gurunir Hoibo Bhunjiyo Bhogan Rudhira Pradithagan Nachait Vidmo Kotoranno Goriyo Jod Bajam Joemo Jud Yadi Banu Joe Huo Jane Bahatmano Jiji Mishamosho দেহ অবস্থিতাহ প্রমুখে ধৃতরাষ্ট্র কার্পণ্য দোষা পহত স্বভাবঃ পৃচ্ছামি তাম ধর্ম সমুরোচিতাঃ যচ্ছেষয়া সন্নিশ্চিতম ব্রহি তন্মে শিষ্যস্তেহাহম সাধিমাম তাম প্রপন্নম নাহি প্রপশ্যামি মমাপুনো দাত যচ্ছে কামুচ্ছেষণ ইন্দ্রিয়ানাম অবাপ্য ভূমাপশপত্নো বৃদ্ধাম রাজ্যাম সুরানামপি চাদিপত্যম সঞ্জয় উবাচ এব মুক্তা ঋষিকেশম গুড়াকেশः পরন্তপঃ ন যুৎসতীতি গোবিন্দম মুক্তা তৃষ্ণিম বুভুঃ তমুবাচ ঋষিকেশः প্রসন্নিব ভারত সেনায়োর ভয়মূর্ধে विषीदन्तमिदं वचः. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Mataji. So nice.
Thank you, Prabhuji, but forgive me for my mistakes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone. All devotees sang recited very nicely. So beautiful. Okay, so that is from Bhagavad Gita recitation. Okay, so it's already 9 o'clock. I think we don't start the Sri Brahma Samhita now. But just for the sake of honoring the Sri Brahma Samhita, so we have been discussing this Sri Brahma Samhita for 5th chapter. Let me just in the last session it is Yam Krodha Kama Sahaja Pranyadi Bhiti Vashalya Moha Guru Gaur. No, it is Maya Hiyasya. That is the shloka we have been discussing. And let me just Maya Hiyasya Jagadandasatani Sute Trigunya Tadvishya Ved Vitayamana Satpavalambi Parasatvam Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Okay, so this is the 41st shloka. We have been reciting the last session, but we don't start, just only and then what we are going to do in the next shloka is the Yam Kurod. This is Ananda Chinmaya. Once more this one comes. It is a small one only, but we will do this one in the next session. So just in order to reflect from the last session is Maya Hiyasa Jagadanda Siddhanasuti. Anyone has got any reflections, or anyone wanted to have by hearted or learned this one, or anyone wanted to show their recitation? Maya Hiyasya Jagadanda Sitani Sute Traigunya Tadvishaya Veda Vitayamana Sattvaavalambi Parasatvam Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Okay, this one. So I think we can continue in the next Saturday. Okay, that is from Brahma Samhita. So there, I worship Govinda, the primary Lord, who is the absolute substantive principle, being the ultimate entity in the form of the support of all existence, whose external potency embodies the threefold mundane qualities with Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, and diffuses the Vedic knowledge regarding the mundane world. Okay, that is just honoring Sri Brahma Samhita. Okay, I think it's already 9 o'clock. If they devotees, we shall conclude our session for now. If you're all happy, we see Hemlata Mataji again, very beautiful picture, and the profile zoom picture.
Yeah, I just saw your message, yesterday's message, Prabhu, so I thought of changing it. Very beautifully, yeah. You have shared, nice pictures.
Very nice of you. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we shall conclude. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Koti
Ananta
Vaishnava
Koti Vaishnava.
Ki jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Srila Prabhupada ki
Ki
jai.
jai.
Hare Krishna conscious
Hare
day,
Krishna.
everyone.
Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol
Before
Prabhuji.
leaving, we have to, sorry, Mataji.
No, I was just saying Hari Bol to Prabhuji.
Yeah, that is same voice. Yes, we have to say all together. Please unmute and please say
Hari
loud.
bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari
bol.
Bol.
Hari
Hari
bol.
Bol. Hari Bol.
Hare Bol to all
Prabhu,
devotees.
just one quick question, Prabhu. You said Rishikesh means master of all senses, isn't it? So why in Haridwar near to Rishikesh, why that name is on Rishikesh?
So that is Rishikesh. This is Hrishikesh.
Oh, it's different. Okay,
So this is
I think they both are same, Prabhu.
Hrishikesh. This is Hrishikesh. That is Rishikesh. There is no H before that.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I thought there is some pastime over there, so that's why that name is Rishikesh.
The rishis maybe possibly.
Because of the rishis, they did
Yes.
tapasya there, lot
Yes.
of rishis, pious place. Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Bol.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य